In this part, we are going to make some waypoint for our enemies. So for doing that, first I want to make a spawn point here and exit point here. So here I'm going to create an empty, going to call it spawn point. Then here I'm coming in the top here. As you see, we have a box here. I'm going to make it pivot one. Now I'm going to bring our spawn point to there. And I want the enemies so spawn at this point. Now I'm going to duplicate it with Control D or just right click and duplicate. And this one I'm going to call it exit point. And I want to bring our exit point to here. And I want to add the box collider 2D. And be sure it's collider 2D and not collider, because collider is work for 3D. But because we are now in 2D, we need to use the box collider 2D. And we are going to make it clear, because then our enemy can pass through it if they have a rigid body. And also I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So now let's go and make some waypoints. Here I'm going to click on this plus, create an empty, going to call it waypoints, and I'm going to reset it. Then going to make all of them to 0. Then here under that, I'm going to create another empty one. So I'm going to call it WP, means waypoint 1. And then this time I'm going to use one of these dots and put the first one here. So now let's duplicate it. A few times. So now our enemy should go to our points to reach to exit point. Now I'm going to give all our waypoints both collider 2D and make the size a little bit smaller. So next I'm going to our enemy. I want to give a physics to our enemy. So I'm going down and clicking all of them, add component, and I'm going to give them rigid body 2D. Then I'm going to give the gravity scale to, instead of 1 to 0. And I also want to freeze at rotation at Z position. So now the reason that I did that is because if I bring one of them in our field, if I give him a gravity scale to 1, we will see it's going to fall down. And that's why I'm going to put the gravity scale to 0 so that our enemy doesn't fall down now. And the next things, I'm going to give the box collider or capsule collider to it. Now I can click on this button here and adjust it to our player. Like that. But the problem that we have now, if I put another enemy one in our scene, you see the enemy one doesn't have any collider because we didn't save it to our prefab. To save it in our prefab, I need to go to our enemy one here in the top, going to override it and put the apply on it. So that means apply all. And it make our enemy prefab also get this capsule collider 2D. As you see, when I put it, the third one, he also have the capsule collider. So now, but so we don't want just to bring every enemy here and just put the collider to them. We are going to do like the rigid body from our prefab. We are going to give all of them capsule collider. So now we just need to adjust our capsule collider. So now let me delete this enemy that we don't need them. I'm going to put one here. Then I'm going to adjust our capsule collider for him. Then I'm going in top and override it for our prefab. So now I made all our enemy have now the physics and rigid body. So now I can delete them because I already override them for our prefab as well. So now in the next video we are going to write a script for our enemies and waypoints. So see you in the next video.